Welcome back to Zootastic, your favorite spot on YouTube where every video is a wild adventure. And today we're stepping onto the vast savannas of Africa, without leaving Muenster, to meet one of the biggest, boldest and most majestic animals on the planet. And that's right, get ready to rumble and stomp your way into the fascinating world of the southern white rhinoceros at the Allwetterzoo Muenster in Germany. And now, before we even begin, let's clear up something hilarious right from the start. The southern white rhino isn't actually white. It's shocking, right? In fact, these massive beasts are more grayish or beige. So what's the deal with their name? Well, it's believed to be a mistranslation of the Dutch word weide, which means wide, which describes their super wide lips perfectly suited for grazing. So yeah, this rhino's whole name is basically a giant misunderstanding. But hey, it adds charm, doesn't it? Speaking of charm, let's talk about their looks. Southern white rhinos are absolute giants. Adult males can weigh up to 2,300 kilograms. Yeah, that's like stacking two small cars on top of each other. Females are slightly smaller, but still impressively hefty. And these rhinos measure up to 4 meters long and about 1.8 meters tall at the shoulder. And basically, they are like walking, breathing armored tanks. And armor is definitely the right word. Rhino skin is incredibly thick, sometimes up to 5 centimeters. It's like wearing a bulletproof vest, but all natural. And yet, despite their tough exterior, rhino skin is surprisingly sensitive. They love mud baths because mud cools them down, keeps bugs away, and helps protect their skin from sunburn. Who knew rhinos had such a luxurious skincare routine? And now, let's talk about the iconic horn, or should I say horns, because southern white rhinos have two, and these horns aren't actually a bone, they are made from keratin. That's the same material as our hair and fingernails. And yes, rhino horns keep growing throughout their lives. Sometimes they rub their horns on trees or rocks, shaping and sharpening them like nature's very own nail season. But why exactly do rhinos have horns? That's a great question. And these impressive structures are mainly used for defense, for dominance displays, and sometimes digging up tasty roots or minerals. Males especially love to show off their horns in gentle sparring matches to win over the ladies. Think jousting, but way heavier, slower, and without horses. And here at the Allwetterzoo Muenster, the southern white rhinos live in a spacious habitat that mimic their natural savanna homes. And if you watch them closely, you'll notice something fascinating. They are constantly grazing because the rhinos are herbivores and they spend up to half their day munching grass. In fact, a single rhino can eat around 50 kilograms of vegetation a day. And that's a buffet level of eating, folks. And southern white rhinos are famously social compared to other rhino species. While males tend to live solitary lives, females and their young form groups called crashes. Yeah, you heard right. A group of rhinos is literally called a crash. And honestly, it's the best group name in the animal kingdom. Because let's face it, if you saw a herd of rhinos charging your way, crash seems pretty accurate. And rhino calves are probably one of the cutest sights you'll see at any zoo. Baby rhinos weigh about 50 to 65 kilograms at birth, already heavier than most humans. But despite their size, they are incredibly playful and full of energy. They love to run around, playfully charge at their mothers, and roll around in the mud. Think of it as giant puppies, but with horns and hooves. Speaking of senses, southern white rhinos have quite terrible eyesight, but incredible hearing and smell. Their poor vision makes them notoriously easy to startle, but seriously, you should never sneak up on a rhino unless you want an unplanned sprint. But their powerful sense of smell helps them sniff out friends, enemies, and their next meal from incredible distances. They might not see you clearly, but they definitely know you are there. And now, a quick myth-busting moment. Rhinos aren't naturally aggressive. Yes, they are big, strong, and intimidating, but they are usually gentle giants unless they feel threatened. In fact, southern white rhinos are often quite peaceful animals, preferring a quiet life of grazing, napping, and occasionally rolling in the mud. Basically, they are just giant introverts trying to enjoy some solitude. But life isn't always peaceful for these incredible creatures. Unfortunately, southern white rhinos face severe threats from illegal poaching for their horns, which are wrongly believed in some cultures to have medicinal properties. And habitat loss is also a major issue. This has put their wild population at risk, though conservation efforts have had some success, making them a remarkable comeback story. And that's why places like the Allwetterzoo Muenster are so crucial, not only to provide safe homes for these magnificent animals, but they also help raise awareness about rhino conservation. And every visitor, every person who learns their story helps contribute to their survival. And want another fun fact to share at your next dinner party? Despite their immense size, southern white rhinos can actually run surprisingly fast. They can reach speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour in short bursts. Imagine a tank speeding down the highway. Yeah, that is impressive. And here's something else that's amazing. Rhinos communicate using a variety of fascinating sounds, from gentle grunts and snorts to deep resonant roars and bellows. These vocalizations help rhinos communicate over large distances. They even produce infrasonic calls, sound so low that humans can't hear them. But other rhinos can feel these vibrations and understand their meaning. It's like having their own secret communication system. Another interesting behavior is their territorial marking. Rhinos often use dung piles, known as middens, to mark their territory and communicate with other rhinos. Males especially love to kick and scatter their dung to spread their scent and dominance. It's like nature's own messy message board, slightly gross but highly effective. So next time you visit the Allwetterzoo Muenster, take some time to admire the southern white rhinos, watch them calmly graze, nap in the shade, or enjoy luxurious mud bath. Appreciate their size, strength, and surprising gentleness. And remember, every visit, every moment spent appreciating these animals helps support their conservation. And now we've reached the end of our rhino-sized adventure today, and if you enjoyed meeting the mighty southern white rhino, charge at that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to join our wild Zootastic family and ring the bell to stay updated on our latest animal adventures. Thanks for exploring with me today. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and until next time, stay wild.